What you're looking at right now is a unique television show for and about children, and it's called Total Panic. Total Panic uses the Amiga as a regular part of its production in an interactive game segment, Eat a Bug.
Hey, you guys, it's time to play Eat a Bug. And this is a very special game for us here at Total Panic because we were the first ones to ever put kids into video games. So let me tell you how it's played, but first I want you to meet our first player. What's your name?
Charlie.
Okay, Charlie, this is how you play. You start out by... Let's see if I can hit this bug with my hand and get things going. The idea of the game is to eat as many bugs as possible by hitting them with your hand. As you eat them, spiders like this guy is going to come down. Now, let me get up here. If this spider hits me, well, there's another bug. I got the bug. If this spider hits me like that, ooh, the jaws are going to come down and bite us, and that is worth 1 life. In the course of this game, you have 1.5 minutes or 3 lives. Now, along with the evil spider, there's also a pretty maniacal centipede and a bumblebee that has a mean bite. Let's see, that'll be our 2nd life. Okay, so we've got to avoid those 3 characters, and meanwhile, eat as many bugs as possible.
What is this show about?
Well, it's a kids' variety show. We try targeting an audience of 8 to 12-year-olds, and it goes a lot either way. Like, you know, I end up watching the show and enjoying it. We have guests. We have arcade-type games. We have interviews. We also have a segment which has video games and computer games that we review also.
The segment that you are directly involved with is called Eat a Bug, right?
That's right.
Okay, now this has to do... You use an Amiga. Well, how do you use it?
Well, the Amiga makes it all possible. Eat a Bug was a game that was designed by Dean Friedman. He's an outside consultant that came and developed the game. The game, it's an interesting game. You have to see it really to appreciate it. We have a kid standing in front of a chroma key backdrop, and we take the output from that into the Amiga. It's fed through a digitizer, and the game. You see the kid actually in a computer environment. You see a live video image, and the kid is interacting with all these weird bugs like giant flies, spiders, centipedes, and they're just, it looks really wild.
Doesn't it work on some kids that they get out there and it's a chroma key, which means there's nothing there, and they're supposed to be eating bugs and grabbing bugs, and they can't see anything?
That's the thing. I mean, it's hard to describe to them. They sort of get the idea when you're describing it to them, but they don't really quite get it until they actually have the setup in front of them because they concentrate on the monitor that's in front of them. We have a reverse scan monitor. They can see, because weathermen have the problem. When they're looking at a monitor, it's reversed. So when they move this way, it looks like they're moving that way. So to make it even easier for the kids, we reverse the scan. So they're seeing it in reverse. And, they see the images, and they get the idea that there's nothing behind them. They have to look at that. And, it's disorienting at first, but eventually they get it.
Why an Amiga?
Well, the Amiga is the only machine that can do it. I mean, I'm trying to think. We'd have to get hardware that was dedicated to do this kind of thing. I mean, we'd actually have to get someone to develop a circuit board and put it together because the Amiga's got the hardware already in it, like collision detection is built into the hardware, and that's a critical element in the Mandala software, which is the software that this environment runs under.
You use that exclusively, right?
Yes, it's the only software that could do it. It's got an interesting history about it, too. I mean, Dean Friedman, he happened to have a developer's unit of it, and so he was able to develop this game, for us.
Who brought the Amiga into the show?
Well, James Bethia is our senior segment producer, and a while back, he's always had an Amiga, an Amiga 1000, and, he's an Amiga enthusiast. And after seeing Mandala demonstrated at an Amiga users group, he realized that it could be put into this type of interactive game, and so he developed a game called Swat-a-Bug a while back, quite a while back. And, it was probably it's where Eat a Bug came from that concept.
Oh, gosh, they're all after him. They're all after him. Will he do it in time? There's a wasp up there. Maybe he can get it. Yeah! I can't believe it. Oh, gosh. So close. How does it feel, though? You've scored higher on the bug game than anybody so far. How does it feel?
Okay.
Okay. He's very calm about his victories, but next time you're going to get him, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Greg.